What's up, adventurers? My name is Platinum Phoenix, and this is not my normal style of video. I wanted to make it so that my research and explanation of certain topics were easier to find than making people have to go through like the entire series or skip through episodes to find certain explanations about topics. So I wanted to put it into this video to make it just easier to find. With that being said, this is my ultimate guide to fossil fighter status effects. I hope that everyone enjoys this style of video. If you do, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to let me know. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so when going over statuses, it is important to note that statuses come in two different variants with two major exceptions. The variants are a normal silver version of the status, and then there is a golden, more powerful version of it. The exceptions to this rule are the poison status that has 3 variants, and the charged status that only has 1. Alright, so statuses can either be a negative status like poison, or a positive status like quicken. The negative statuses that there are in the game are poison, sleep, scare, excite, confused, and enrage. Now poison only ever lasts 1 turn, but at the end of that turn it deals damage to the infected Vivosaur based on the version of poison it has. Poison comes in 3 versions, which are the silver, the gold, and the special purple versions. The silver version is the most common and deals 15% of the Vivosaur's max life points. The gold version deals 30% of their life points while also being rarer to find. The special purple version is exclusive to 1 move in the entire game, and that is the U-Raptor's U-Venom move, which has a 20% chance to inflict Venom. Venom works the same as Poison, but deals 50% of the Vivosaur's max life points at the end of the turn. The next status is Sleep. Sleep causes the affected Vivosaurs to be unable to use skills, swap zone, and even reduces their evasion to 0. The effect of Sleep disappears after being attacked. The only difference between the silver and gold versions of Sleep is that the gold version actually requires the Vivosaur to be attacked twice before waking up. After Sleep is the Scare status. Scare makes it so the affected Vivosaur has a number of skills disabled for the duration of the status. For the silver version, 2 random skills will be disabled, while 3 skills will be disabled for the gold version. Next is the Excite status. It makes it so Vivosaurs with this status cannot change zones. The only difference between the silver and gold versions is the duration of the status. Another easy status to understand is the Confused status. The Confused status makes the infected Vivosaur act randomly. This means it will either use a random skill, switch zones, or do nothing on its turn. Like the Excite status, the only difference between the silver and gold versions is the duration of the status. And the final negative status is the Enraged status. This status increases the attack of the Vivosaur by a little, while also completely nuking their accuracy. For the silver version, the accuracy is lowered by 30 points while the attack is increased by 10, and the gold version has its accuracy lowered by 35 points while the attack is increased by 20. On the flip side of negative status effects are positive statuses. These statuses are usually reserved to the final ability of Vivosaurs, so in order to use most of them, you will need to have all 4 bones of the Vivosaur first. There are 5 of these in total, and they are Inflame, Harden, Quicken, Counter, and Charge. Inflame increases the affected Vivosaur's attack, but in exchange also lowers its defense. The silver version raises the attack by 20 points while lowering the defense by 5, and the gold version increases the attack by 40 while lowering the defense by 10. Harden does exactly what you think it does. It raises defense. The silver version is by 30 points while the gold version is by 50. Quicken in turn raises the evasion of the Vivosaur. The silver version increases it by 30%, while the gold version increases it by 70%. The counter status is an interesting case. It makes it so that when the Vivosaur that is affected by the status is hit, it instead reflects a percentage of the damage that it would have taken back to the attacker. The silver version reflects 40% of the damage, while the gold version reflects 50% of the damage. Finally, the last status that we have to go over is the charge status. Unlike the other statuses, the charge status only has 1 version. The charge status causes whichever Venusaur is affecting to have its attack damage greatly increased. The damage increase from this status is 250% of what the attack damage would have been originally.